there's so many levels to this to research and understand before the totality of it can be seen. But this is mainstream science. Every time we think and have an emotional response, we are generating a frequency. We're generating an energetic field. And the frequency relates to the nature of the thought and the nature of the emotional reaction. So if you are in a state of fear and anxiety, and you are in a state of depression or resentment or regret or hatred or conflict, these are low, slow, dense frequencies. When you're in a state of joy and happiness and expanded awareness and these higher emotional responses, these are higher frequencies. They don't want us in the higher frequencies, they want us in the lower frequencies, which is why they're constantly giving us reasons to fall into those lower frequencies. And they are manipulating our perceptions through control of information. This is what censorship is about. It's not a bit of fun. Censorship is there to stop information that would get people to expand their awareness and see the world in a much more expanded way, and give them overwhelmingly only that which will keep them in a sense of the world and seeing the world the way this cult wants them to see it. So up to this point, it's been control of information, and religion's been a massive part of that, to keep people in these states of submission, these states of obeying a religion, obeying whatever, political leaders, whatever. And that's the way it's been done, through control of information. The outcome, which relates to AI and the digital agenda, is to go to the next stage of that. It's to connect the human brain, body, to artificial intelligence, so that artificial intelligence gives you your thoughts and your emotional responses directly. Suddenly, you're not emotionally responding, you're not thinking your thoughts on the basis of you. AI is thinking for you. You may think it's you, but AI is delivering your perceptions. AI is delivering your emotional responses. So how do you create this, what would become and is becoming a hive mind? A hive mind where everyone is connected to the same source of information, the same source of AI. Well, what you need is a delivery system, and you need a receiver system. And the delivery system is the technologically generated electromagnetic field that's coming out of the 5G towers and the 6G and 7G to come. And crucially, because you can't bathe the entire planet in this electromagnetic field, this hive mind field, purely with towers, you need low orbit satellites. And so what you've got is your Elon Musk and SpaceX putting up these thousands of low orbit satellites. Jeff Bezos is coming along now with his system. And the idea is to create a technologically generated electromagnetic field that encompasses the planet which we're all living amongst, and will deliver the hive mind. And this is why they want a connection between what they call people like Ray Kurzweil, the Google executive, who's said, well, many years ago now, that by 2030, a big key year for these people, humans will be connected to the cloud. And in his words, connected, in other words, to AI.
And there'll be a singularity in that year.
And in Kurzweil's words, and more people are coming along and saying the same now, once that connection to artificial intelligence is there, to the human brain body, in his words, artificial intelligence will do more and more of human thinking until human thinking is negligible. What he means is deleted. And what you're then looking at are humans becoming like a terminal on someone else's internet, like a computer terminal on someone else's internet, in which their perceptions are coming direct. And they may think they're thinking their own thoughts, but actually AI is thinking for them. And so if you look at how information is delivered, it's delivered through electromagnetic fields. And in the roadmap, I quote a Chinese whistleblower, actually from some time ago now, who was saying that in China, they've already perfected the means to deliver information through a technologically generated electromagnetic field to the human brain, so that the person starts to respond, believing it's their own thoughts, to what is actually being delivered to them in the form of information. So it is possible through an electromagnetic field to deliver, because the human body has its own electromagnetic field. We call it the auric field. And if you can sync the electromagnetic field generated from towers and satellites with the human electromagnetic field, you can pass information through it. And people think, like I say, it's their own thoughts. But how much better if you also had inside the body and brain a receiver system? I give you the COVID fake vaccine. I've been in touch with a lot of people around the world over the last few years who've been looking through electron microscopes, etc., at the systems in the blood of people who have been fake vaccinated. I say fake vaccinated because the COVID fake vaccine was not a vaccine according to previous criteria. And they're seeing these nano systems self-replicating in the body. And obviously, a lot of people, since they've had the fake vaccine, their bodies have not been able to transform enough, and they've dropped dead. I mean, the numbers of people that have died from this fake vaccine is off the frickin' charts. You wouldn't think so looking at the mainstream media, unless someone famous drops over, like a young sportsman or something, and many have. It's not highlighted in any way. But you talk to people, and the number of people you talk to who've either had experience in their families or know people in their workplace who've young people who've just died of heart attacks or cancers, fast-acting turbo cancers as they call them, is off the frickin' charts. And the number of people who've said to me, I've never been the same since I had the fake vaccine. And so what you're seeing unfolding in this nanotechnology in the body is the receiver system. That's why people are pointing out who've investigated this as a speciality, that this nanotechnology is getting in the brain. Now, how does the brain, how does it process information? It processes it electrically and it processes it electromagnetically. And if you can get the nanotechnology in the brain, it's receiving the electromagnetic field information, and suddenly you've got a hive mind unfolding. And that's what's happening. And the digital side of this is the other side of the control system, where if you have a digital ID, you cannot take part in mainstream society without the digital ID. That's the idea in the end.